ओके हाय एवरीवन, वेलकम बैक टू द चैनल। एंड आज हम यहाँ पे हमारे साथ जो है उससे आपको बहुत कुछ सीखने को एंड एट द सेम टाइम बहुत सारी रिलेटेबल चीजें दैट यू माइट बी ऑब्जर्विंग इन योर जर्नी अहेड, वो सारा आपको सुनने को समझने को मिलेगा। बिकॉज वी हैव नन अदर देन आयुष विद अस, who has converted IIM Indore recently, appeared for IIM Indore, appeared for IIM Rohtak as well, बट अभी के लिए उन्होंने IIM इंदौर कन्वर्ट करा हुआ है। सो we'll be having a lot of discussion around how he prepared, what all resources helped him, how the journey looked like for him, right? So stay tuned with us till the end and see how what all things you can like have as takeaways and how you can implement or how you can improvise for yourself as well, right? So I'll welcome Ayush as well. First of all, right, Ayush, welcome to the channel, and it's good to see you again. We have been in connect with Ayush for the interview prep and sessions, right? So first of all, welcome and congratulations, Ayush. How are you feeling right now?
Thank you, ma'am. Happy to be here, and I'm feeling great, obviously.
Definitely, definitely, because in the war it is, right? So when the result was out, how what all thoughts did you had? मतलब एक होता है ना situation, is it real? Is it happening? Actually happening?
Yes, ma'am. It's hard to believe, but yeah, I feel like it's actually happening. I'm happy. I'm looking forward to what the institute has for me. Yeah.
So when you were preparing, what was the like goal? एक सबका कुछ ना कुछ goal होता है ना, that I'll be going with this institute. Did you had a fixed target or you were like just going with the flow?
Yes, ma'am. I think the target should for everyone should always be indoor, and then you have to settle for what you get, right? And not everyone gets indoor, and that's fine. So you have to settle. But yeah, you have to think about getting indoor. Only then you'll get Rohtak, right? That's it.
No. Okay. So you have any other institute that you were planning? If not Indore, then any other institute that you were targeting?
Yeah, I didn't fill out any private forms, but I did fill out all the forms of the four IIMs, Rohtak, Ranchi, Shillong, and then yeah, my backup plan was UAT.
Okay, okay. So I'll tell you guys, Ayush has a commerce background, right? And he has done tremendously well in his cards as well. Uh, I'll not state the exact numbers, but I believe he has secured 90 plus in both of them. Am I right?
Yes,
Right,
yes,
right.
ma'am.
So he has a good profile as well, but it's not just about the profile, it is the amount of hard work that he has put in. And on the same note, I'll just ask you one thing, Ayush. What is that one thing about your entire preparation journey? You think if someone had told you earlier, that would have been great. कि मुझे इस चीज में invest ना करना पड़ता, yeah, I would have done things differently. Was there a moment?
Yeah, yeah, ma'am. I think I realized this thing very late that it's not important to complete the whole syllabus, right? Because if you look at the past year papers, there's some topics that are hugely more likely to come. They're way more important than some small topics which have like one or two questions in the past 5 years. So yeah, I tried to complete, do all exercises for all those things and wasted time, not studying the more weightage topics. So, if I had known earlier, so that would have been a huge help. I wouldn't have done those topics that
Right.
much.
So I believe at this moment PYQs बहुत help करते हैं कि आपको एक बार PYQ
Yes,
देखना
ma'am.
चाहिए. At what time did you started with the PYQs and everything?
As soon as I started preparing for it, I started with the PYQs only because that's the best way to prepare. And I think the institute books are also mostly made of the PYQs only. So yeah, 1 year ago when I started with PYQs only.
Okay, so yes, he has been preparing for 1 year. So a lot of students think कि कितना amount of time, right amount of time होता है in order to prepare for IPMAT. What do you think? एक साल enough था या एक साल से ज़्यादा चाहिए था? Yeah, even in let's just say 6 months also something that you would have been able to do or achieve this feat.
I think it depends on the person's work ethic, right? If someone is able to study 10, 12 hours a day, he can crack it in 1 month, honestly. But I'm not that kind of guy. At max, I can study like 2, 3 hours in a session. So yeah, if you are studying 2, 3 hours, that too, you are not that much focused at those time. You definitely need more than 6 months, somewhere around that, to have a good chance.
आई बिलीव उसकी
Okay.
वजह से वो कंफ्यूजन क्रिएट हुआ कि माइट बी द केस दैट नेटवर्क का इशू था, बट अभी लाइक वॉइस सही है, सो आई बिलीव नेटवर्क का इशू नहीं था. ओके, fine, we'll take up from where we ended, right? So Yes, Ayush. So you were talking about like you are not a person जो long hours invest कर सकता है in terms of studying. So how many hours did you actually put in on a daily basis? I'll say because a lot of students has this issue कि time कैसे manage करें? How much time should we dedicate to the entire prep? So what worked out for you?
Uh, Ma'am, during the start of my prep, first I'd say 5 6 months when there was no time pressure, I invested like I think 2 hours, around 2 hours a day, on the weekends, and like barely anything during the weekdays. But as the exam came close, I started studying more and more. And by the past 2 weeks before the exam, 2 weeks before the exam, I was studying 4 5 hours a day.
Okay, okay. So post the board examination, 4 5 hours per day was
Yeah,
enough for you. Right.
yes,
Definitely, it
ma'am.
also matters how you are studying, what sort of approach you are taking for in terms of preparation. Right. So if we look at the approach since we are talking about, right? If we look at the three sections that we have in Indore, and two of them are for quant itself, and one is verbal ability. What was your strategy in terms of preparing? What was your approach basically? Because QA का format थोड़ा सा different होता है, बाकी सबका MCQ होता है, और तो negative marking भी नहीं है. So first of all, let me know how many did you attempted in the actual paper for each of these section, if you remember, if you are able to recall, right? And what was your strategy basically in terms of preparing or going about these three sections?
Ma'am, I'm not sure how much I attempted in each section during the paper, but my basic strategy for the math section, short answer, and MCQ was basically because DILR has a lot of weightage, right? Even just doing DILR, many can clear the cutoffs for the interview and few more questions. So my strategy was mostly to firstly go to DILR and try to solve the set because that was my main hope. So yeah, this year the DILRs are, according to me, wasn't as tough as previous years. So yeah, I was able to do DILR in very less time. I'm not sure how much, but yeah, early on I both in essay and MCQ I was able to do DILR, and then I was able to do a few more maths question, arithmetic mostly, and which helped me this way.
So
Yeah.
again, understanding the weightage of a topic and then going about it in terms of preparation. What was your strategy? That is what I can understand, right? Verbal ka kya
Yes, ma'am.
scenario tha for you? Because even a lot of people, keep it for a later stage. That we'll start first with the quant and we'll focus more on quant because वो कहीं ना कहीं tough लगता है. And verbal को कहीं ना कहीं neglect कर दिया जाता है या sideline कर दिया जाता है. Did you also went ahead with the same strategy? Yeah, it was different for you.
I think verbal depends on a lot on the base of the person, how good he has with his English previously, because it's very difficult to, if you're already getting 220, 230, those type of marks, it's very difficult to increase them. But yeah, because I was already quite good, I wasn't say I was the best. I was scoring pretty good. That's why I didn't focus much on verbal ability, and I put my efforts to match. But yeah, if you're not good with it, I think yeah, you need to put as much effort as match, because that is the in the composite score it has 50% weightage, right? It's 25% for the math sections each and 50% for BRC. So
Right.
I think yeah, you have to put.
So, if I have to, talk, if we have to talk about one topic as such, जब हम preparation की बात करें and in topics की बात करें, एक कोई ऐसा topic quant के अंदर ही या verbal के अंदर ही ऐसा जो कभी मन किया हो कि no, I cannot actually do anything about it. It's just going downhill all the time. So I'll just give it up, or if it was a case कि आपने उसके लिए try किया, you strategize something alternatives and then it worked actually for you. कोई भी ऐसा topic?
I think the topic I can think of, which as I was doing a high weightage topic mostly, I think sequence and series in the maths quantitative ability was giving me a lot of trouble. And yeah, I don't think I ever found a solution to it. Luckily, the paper wasn't filled with sequence and series. So yeah, that helped me during the paper.
Right. So luck also worked in your favor to some
Yeah,
extent.
definitely.
Right.
Yes.
ठीक है, तो अगर अभी मैं यहाँ पे you analyze previous year papers and everything, if you have to put in order कि क्या पहले priority पे किसी एक student को cover करना ही चाहिए in terms of topic quant के लिए, right? Or how would you decide the order of the topics that must be done at least for quant section?
Ma'am, I'm not sure data-wise what is the most important, but I feel like logs are very important. Logometric. Like I think this year also there were a lot of questions for it. You can if you do log at a basic to medium level, you can easily do 2 3 questions in the paper. So I think logs and sequence and series is very important, and also the arithmetic topics. These
Right.
are very
So
important.
again, so this is a kind of takeaway for all the students who are listening to us कि आप जब भी किसी टॉपिक में स्ट्रगल भी कर रहे हो ना तो यू एटलीस्ट ट्राई टू डू द बेसिक्स ऑफ इट राइट जो बेसिक क्वेश्चंस हैं डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चंस हैं फॉर्मूला बेस्ड क्वेश्चंस है जिसमें बहुत ज्यादा कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी नहीं है बहुत हायर लेवल ऑफ लाइक इट्स नॉट द क्वेश्चन इज वेरी डायरेक्ट एंड इट्स वेरी स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड तो आप उसको एटलीस्ट अंडरस्टैंड करके उसके अराउंड बेसिक क्वेश्चंस और मीडियम लेवल ऑफ क्वेश्चन एटलीस्ट सॉल्व करके रखो right? It's not always required to go always the highest level and then usko solve karo padho but the basics can also fundamentals can also help right so again as Ayush also stated ki syllabus sara complete karna wasn't his task as well or his target as well I believe starting mein to this shouldn't be approach but towards the end if you are still struggling and everything I believe your aim shouldn't be completing the syllabus your aim should be refining what you actually know I hope you are able to agree with me Ayush right.
Yes, ma'am. If you have enough time to complete the syllabus, definitely that's the best way to do it, no doubt about it. But I'm saying, like, if you are not able to do that in time, you should focus more on the high weightage topics.
डेफिनेटली सो हाई वेटेज टॉपिक तो आप करना ही करना है साथ में आप बाकी टॉपिक्स जो आपको स्ट्रगल थोड़ा सा या ट्रबल क्रिएट करें उनका आप बेसिक्स भी करके रखो राइट ओके सो गिवन द एंटायर प्रिपरेशन एंड एवरीथिंग मॉक्स की जब हम बात करते हैं व्हाट वाज योर लोएस्ट स्कोर इन मॉक्स डिड यू रिमेंबर डू यू रिमेंबर बेसिकली
Yeah. My lowest score in mocks was, I think, 8 in short answer.
ओके
Yeah, somewhere around that, 14 to 16 in the lower tens in my MCQ, and yeah, I think above 100 in English also. English, I was also my base was very high, my floor was very high, but yeah, my ceiling was low in English.
सो
But yeah,
इंग्लिश का राइट English ka is it's like thoda bahut aap you could have done better and you were able to clear
yes,
the cutoff. But if you look at QA, both the section, you were quite far from the cutoffs that we had this year, right? 24 is the cutoff. Sorry, 28 is the cutoff for this year. 28 and 27
yes,
for
ma'am.
the first two section. So how was the journey from those 8 marks, let's say in QA, essay to 24 marks of cutoff clear? How the journey looked like? What are things you actually put in to work that kind of worked or were favorable for you?
Ma'am, again, I think the cutoffs, if obviously the luck was in my favor during the paper, I won't lie. But yeah, you have a very high chance to clear at least the cutoffs. Above that is another thing. At least if you just do the high weightage topic, like top 10, top 15 topics, you can just search it up on Google. What are the most weightage topics in IPMAT? And if you just do those things, you can easily do like 5 questions in essay and some more in MCQ and English. I think you need to study a lot more.
Right. So on the same context, I'll ask you a question कि बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट को ना कितने मॉक्स दे कब से मॉक्स देना शुरू करें हम राइट दैट इज ऑलवेज अ कंसर्न कि जैसे हमने पढ़ाई शुरू करी वैसे हम मॉक्स देना शुरू कर दे या एट अ लेटर स्टेज व्हाट वाज योर स्ट्रेटजी एंड व्हाट डू यू थिंक वो स्ट्रेटजी के साथ ही अगर अभी भी आपको दोबारा से अगर प्रिपेयर करना हो तो उसी सेम स्ट्रेटजी के साथ यू विल स्टार्ट और you will try to do some changes to it?
No, I think mocks are one of the most important things in your preparation. Even if you don't want to sit for 3 hours and you have just studied, let's say you have just done many questions of short answer, you have studied for short answer, just give a sectional mock, 40-minute mock for short answer, sectional mock for VARC. So, rather than giving a 3-hour mock every time, just try to give sectional mocks regularly. And when you are free on the weekends, let's say, just give 1 or 2 mocks. And comparing the score really helps. If you are doing good, if your score is not going up at all, you're doing something wrong and you have to change your approach.
Right. So I just want 2 to 3 tips from you when you actually analyze your mocks, right? There must be differences in every mock. Not every mock remains the same in terms of performance, right? So जब आप analyze करना चाहते थे तो कौन सी ऐसी चीजें थी जिन पे आप like you put more observation, you put more importance, give more importance to those 3 areas कि हाँ इन aspect पे मुझे अपने mock को first of all analyze करना है and I have to check whether there have been any progress made or not. So what was the three aspects that you basically, or it can be less or more for you, but you tell me what were the important things when you analyzed a mock?
I think, ma'am, in mocks, every question has a, difficulty level, like easy, medium, and hard, right? You just look for the easy and medium one. An easy one, if you're not able to do an easy question, you have to go back to that topic and, do the basic exercise, learn all the formulas, because some questions are just formula based, really easy in the paper, at least a few, all every year. So yeah, if you're not able to do those question, you need to go back to the basics. And yeah, for medium and hard, I think, sometimes hard questions are very hard. They're just there to waste your time in the paper. Obviously, some people are able to do it, but yeah, you also have to know when to give up a question, right? So I think knowing when to give up a question, mocks teach you that no way I can do this. I'll just go to the next question. Or you have to figure out which is an easy question. Like this will take 1 minute and do those first. I think you will learn those things while doing mocks.
Rightly said, very rightly said. Because easy ही but easy questions का ना हो पाना, crack हो पाना tells you a lot about your preparation and where you are standing. Because fundamentals नहीं set है, तो how can you even go about doing or solving the higher level of questions, right? Okay. Again, one question around time management itself, because I do come across a lot of questions from the student कि मैम जब बात होती है बोर्ड्स के प्रिपेयर करने की, बिकॉज यू आर ऑल्सो 1 year स्टूडेंट, राइट? आपने एक साल में
Yes,
चीज को प्रिपेयर करा. इफ देयर आर 2 years, डेफिनेटली यू हैड मोर टाइम्स. But being like preparing for it for 1 year, you had boards, right? 12th के boards के लिए prepare करना था आपको, क्लास के 12th के academics भी देखने थे, साथ ही साथ ये preparation भी करनी थी. So how were you able to manage it? Were there difficult phases in terms of juggling, while you were juggling between these two important aspects of your life, और बहुत ही smoothly सब कुछ हो गया? How did it look for you?
ma'am, I didn't have much problem because I was enrolled in a offline tuition for my 12 board, so I don't have to worry about it at home. So I was kind of forced to go there and forced to learn those things. And on my free time, I was able to prepare for the IP MAT and other exams. So yeah, when I was at home, I was only focused on competitive exams.
So even like how did a typical day look like for you? School गए, उसके बाद ट्यूशन गए, उसके बाद भी कैसे you were able to put yourself कि नहीं मुझे पढ़ना ही पढ़ना है आगे मैट के लिए? How does it, like, did a typical day look like for you?
Ma'am, my school attendance is not something to be proud of. So, I didn't go school much. So I'll not say that. But yeah, the day I went to schools, after coming from school at 2, I went to tuition for like 2.5 hours, like 4 to 6. And after that, having some time, if I'm in the mood, like after 9, I'll study a bit, do some questions, and that's it. I'll sleep.
So was there a
And
fixed?
my main, yeah.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Ma'am, yeah, I was saying after the board ended, that's when you have to study a lot. You can't slack off like that. Yeah.
Right, because yes, not a lot of students come with that kind of privilege कि हाँ, वही बात है ना, आपका base कैसा है? If you are very familiar with it, so you can cut some slack for yourself, and then basically you can be alternative, take up preparation on alternative days or whatever, right? So for you, it wasn't a like fixed, rigid timetable. Was that the case? कि नहीं हर दिन इतना time निकालना ही है, पढ़ना ही है?
No, ma'am, that doesn't work for me. I've tried. I always get notification for my 2-year-old timetable that I made, but yeah, I couldn't get used to it. So yeah, I just do things on a whim.
On a whim. Okay, so because this is a concern for a lot of students, right? Because consistency is something that matters, but आप टाइम टेबल एक बनाते हो, उसको फॉलो कर पाते हो नहीं कर पाते हो. So basically how it actually worked for you when you are stating कि ठीक है एक whim पे आपने इसको चीज को entirely prepare किया, but again there must be some times जहाँ पे you might have felt okay I have to be a little bit consistent and about the entire preparation. So was that a case? उसके लिए आप कहीं ना कहीं compensate करते थे on weekends or everything?
Yes, ma'am. Like you can't go out every night. On a weekend you have to study at home. You're going to play, then playing at night. You can't do that. In weekends, I think you have a lot of time. Use that weekend time to study for IP MAT when you are juggling school or other exams as well. Weekend should be your goal. And obviously, you have, I think, 1.5 month of free time after boards, depending on boards that year. So I think that is the main time you have to give it all. Just don't try to enjoy that 1 month.
राइट, वहां पे एकदम सीरियसली होके अपना एटलीस्ट एफर्ट बेस्ट फुट पुट करा, राइट. So we were talking about you don't have to always go out and you cannot always do that. What was that one thing that you have to actually give up during the preparation? Social gatherings, sports, what it was, or was there any?
I think it's mostly saying no to your friends when they're asking you to play. But I think right now everyone is in the same boat. You have to prepare for some. If no one is preparing for IPMAT, they have to prepare for other exams. So everyone is kind of busy. So I feel like nothing. They're also studying. I'm also studying. It's not like I'm missing something with my friends.
Right. So coming to the interview and interview part, right? That is again a very like daunting task for a lot of people. So how did you go about your entire interview preparation, and how was the overall experience during the actual interview day as well?
I think at the start my preparation was just to make my profile, make the decent answers to the like very common question, what is your name, tell us about yourself, HR questions. After that, I think academics, I heard that for Indore, academics are way more important than say for Rohtak or Ranchi, right? So I had to prepare for academics, for which I mostly use the most important questions on the career launcher website or on my page. So yeah, that I won't lie, most of my questions were from that page. So yeah, that really helped me
Yeah, we had
in
a
the Indore
conversation
interview.
as well. Like, we had a
Yes,
conversation as well that in the interview you got a lot of questions that were right there in the list itself. So I believe
yes,
again you had luck on your side again, right? Because it helped a lot. Because a CAT question is something that define or sometimes are a make or break question also, because your fundamentals if are not in place, then it tells a lot about you as a person and how you have done so far. So any from the interview experience itself, anything funny or anything that you not predicted, that you had something else in your mind and it didn't go as planned or as you thought about it?
yes, ma'am. Weird thing did happen to me in my Shillong online interview. It was one day before my Indore interview, and I didn't expect they would ask this one question. They asked me why the drop in my uh, 12th score, because there's a less than 1% drop. I think a 0.5 or 0.4% drop in my overall percentage. So I didn't expect that. So I didn't make an answer for this, and I kind of got stuck in that. So I think yeah, that was unexpected, and that really ruined the flow of the interview for me. So yeah, that's why Shillong didn't really go well for me.
Okay, but were you able to get back on the track and then answer well the other questions?
Yes, ma'am. I kind of fumbled that question. I kind of blamed myself too much, I think. But yeah, I was able to get back with the ACAT questions.
Okay. So how the entire interview looked like for you? Like it was completely a cards or it was a mix of all the other things? Because see, एक होता है ना, because a lot of people, a lot of students are curious about how the interview is going to look like. What all questions can they ask? So हर किसी का एक mindset रहता है interview prepare करने से पहले. So I believe you might as well have been in the same place and figuring out what the interview can actually look like. सो एक ऐसा टिप जो आप स्टूडेंट को देना चाहोगे, बिकॉज यू हैव अपीयर्ड फॉर लॉट ऑफ इंटरव्यूज, सो एक ऐसे टिप जो देना चाहोगे फॉर इंटरव्यू इटसेल्फ कि व्हेन यू आर गोइंग फॉर अ पर्टिकुलर इंस्टीट्यूट इंटरव्यू, व्हाट शुड बी द माइंडसेट, हाउ यू शुड अप्रोच इट ऑल टुगेदर?
Now, I think your profile matters a lot. Like if you are like an insanely interesting person, you do a lot of things, a lot of co-curricular activities. They might ask you more about that, more about HR questions. If you're not someone like I don't have much co-curricular or extracurricular activities, some but not much. So they asked me a lot of ACADS, and I think the ACADS were on a higher level because they have to test me somehow. So I think yeah, it depends on your profile. Like if you are into chess, they will ask you definitely about chess. I think that's a very common one. And uh, yeah, if you have a lot of co-curricular activities, prepare them. They'll ask you about stuff on that.
So again, another important note for everyone. See, a lot of question I have had from students ki whether these are mandatory or not, extracurriculars are mandatory or not, how much relevance they hold in the entire selection process. So see, it matters. It's not mandatory as such, but yes, it definitely matters a lot. right? What all sorts of activities have you been a part of? And it's not just about having them in your profile, it's also about knowing them in depth. So अगर आपका कुछ भी आप किसी भी चीज में इंटरेस्टेड हो, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल इंटरेस्ट शुड ऑलवेज ड्राइव वट एवर एक्शन यू आर टेकिंग, एंड देन उसके बारे में इन डेप्थ जानना, उसके रिगार्डिंग करिकुलर्स, सॉरी उसके रिगार्डिंग आपका जो जो करंट में चीजें चल रही, इवेंट्स चल रहे हैं, उसके बारे में आपको इन डेप्थ पता होना चाहिए. बिकॉज whatever you are keeping them like keeping in front of them, putting in front of them is something that you'll be having questions from, right? So be it your academic profile, be it your extracurriculars, आपको उसके बारे में in depth पता होना चाहिए. So it shouldn't be a very like concerning area for you कि कैसे पे क्या like क्या होना चाहिए क्या नहीं होना चाहिए. Whatever you do have as a part of your profile, उसके लिए अच्छे से in and out prepare होना चाहिए. I believe that is something you all should be targeting at. Okay, just few last questions, I believe. What are you really looking forward to, Ayush? Since I am in Indore itself, and it's well-known place, well-known institute for IPM, to pursue IPM. How are you feeling right now, and even what are you looking actually forward to? Is it the CAD? Is it the environment? What is it?
I think I'm really looking forward to hostel life. I feel like they have a very vibrant hostel life because there's a lot of age groups and a lot of people there. PGP students and as well as IPM students. So I feel like the hostel life there will be very vibrant and campus life will be very vibrant. And yeah, obviously ACADS they have a rigorous course, so I wouldn't say I'm looking forward to it, but yeah, I'm excited for it.
How are you going to cope up with the nature of the program itself? Because as we all know, it's quite rigorous, and you are not in the habit of doing thing in a very fixed or such a rigid manner. So, kind of scared about it, or kind of concerned about it?
I guess I'll definitely have to adapt to the new environment, But yeah, we'll see.
Right.
I won't be alone. Yeah.
Definitely, a lot of students will be on the same boat, and you will be struggling together. But yes, that struggle would bring a lot of good experiences, enriching experiences in term, and a lot of value addition for sure that you can look forward to, right? In terms of a CAS and in terms of like social experiences and everything. So yes, I'll just only like suggest you to make most out of everything and try to explore everything. And just one last thing that I would like or ask from you, or I would like you to suggest, impart some wisdom of yours to our aspirants who will be targeting the exam next year. How they should be preparing. It's July right now, right? In the next 9 months, they'll have IBMAT Indore. What should be their approach, and how should they even look at the preparation altogether?
I think you have more than enough time now. Don't think about whether you have time to study for the IPMAT paper or not. Some people will give up right there only. I don't have enough time. But I think 9 months is more than enough time. Even if you don't study 10, 12 hours a day, many people don't. So I think you have more than enough time. Just start from the basics. If you already have a good base, that's good. But you still have time to make the base and then build on top of that. So yeah, don't think of time as an issue.
That's a good, I'll say, recommendation from coming from Ayush. And I believe a lot of students will have their own sort of journey, right? Try to adapt, try to reach out to your mentor, to your guide, whoever is there, whoever is looking out for you, right? Just try to reach out and always try to adapt, try to observe how you are doing, how well you are progressing, and is there any progress or not. And that is something you should always be taking care of. And I believe eventually everything will fall in place for you guys as well as it did for our Ayush, right? So I'll be wishing Ayush very best, and do explore a lot, and whatever comes, try to welcome it with open arms, and just develop, grow in every possible manner. All of our best wishes to you, Ayush, and to all the people who are listening to us. Just keep preparing, have faith in yourself, and you will also do wonders. Okay, so thank you for joining in, Ayush. Thank you everyone as well. We'll see you in the next session with another interesting story. Till then, stay tuned with the channel, subscribe to the channel for more such interesting content. Okay.